Here we go again. Here we go again. Yo. On your mark, get ready, set, let's go. The stars of the show will now let you know sequel trilogy is dead. Heard what I said? Never mind that bullshit that you was said. Now you know J.J. Abrams gas your head up, saying that in this movie we got some new stuff. You're gonna love how we bring the story to the end, with more space battles and Calrissian. Your old favorites is back, just as we said, even though your boy Jake is still fucking dead. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Luke, misplaced his name. What you did to his character was a damn shame. No wonder Mark Hamill's salty as fuck. Everything you touch got Star Wars fucked up. Take it all in stride, you know how we ride. 45 by my side, it's enough man to die. Yo, the trailer was trash, it's just a rehash. A return of the Jedi trying to get cash from your stupid ass if you throw him the dough. Cause you know wanna see pause and Latino pole, fake Chewie, evil 3PO. The rest of the cast you don't care to know. You got Mary Sue Ray and her boyfriend Kylo back together fucking on the low. Like you think we don't know how that shit's gonna go? Got your boyfriend chilling back in the cold. No wonder he flipped the fuck out for real, running all in the rain. Tell her how he feels. He did this shit for like 2 movies straight. Now he knows that was a waste. Better late than never. That's what I said. Now it's time to put this nonsense right straight to bed. Anthony Daniels told us the truth. Wasted his time with nothing to do. Gave him a few lines and said, yeah, you're through. Get the hell out the house, cause we don't need you. You're old, washed up, we don't give a fuck. We want new characters and the new stuff. Yet the joke is really on us when the franchise got fucked up by the higher ups and the corporation that's called Disney, with Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. Between these two clowns, they caught us all sleeping. Brought out Lucasfilm for $4 billion even. So indecent when they started teasing that George Lucas was the man they believe in. The nerve of these heathens, bullshit they preaching got us fucked up, and now we steady bleeding. They made it clear they got total control, taking characters to places you don't even know. Made him a consultant only for show. In private they told him, yo, hit the road. George said, I'm gonna leave, best believe you'll never have nothing without me. Bob said, you wanna bet? All hands on deck. Got Kathleen, J.J. Abrams ready to wreck. Force Awakens made $2 billion set for life, baby, and you know what's coming next. The Last Jedi, you goddamn right. So hold tight, Rian Johnson is the light. I can't wait, look at these clowns who wanna hate. Let's go and get this money out the gate. And they did, but the word still got out. Now we coming back to throw them all out the house. We're all on Twitter screaming on their ass. We're all on YouTube making them look bad. These haters can't stand it, that's why they mad. Give a fuck about your feelings, that's my hashtag. Got the shit in the bag, I'ma burn it down. I'm so fucking glad you all hung around. Wanna see how it goes? Yeah, hold your breath, cause it's gonna get ugly. That's how I read. Fandom Menace is back, without a doubt. Shills better know they roll and shut their damn mouth. The Dark Council will lead the way. Once again, we're back and here to save the day. My brother Fatal J ain't here to play. The Majani is back here to slay. Lord Caliph, you know he ain't afraid. Second Street Marvel put you in a day. Drunk 3PO moderates with style. My dude looking cool and make the girls go wild. Yeah, and what about me? What about me? Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this, man. I am what you call the last of a dying breed. Seriously. This shit right here got me fucked up beyond all recognition. And I'm not even gonna make no bones about it, to be honest with you. I'm really not. I feel like as more stuff is coming out after this rise of Skywalker bullshit is finally out in the public, I'm having a difference of ideology where it comes to this franchise, especially when I'm reading, some more stuff from Reddit that at this point is pretty much the gospel as far as I'm concerned, because with leaks and stuff that comes out, and you get opinions and people's thoughts on it, but yet at the end of the day, they was right on point with just about everything. you know, and dare I say it, this wasn't, you know, some of it was a surprise, others wasn't. And, you know, for me, I saw this, I understood it when I finally saw the movie, and I said, okay, I already knew it was bullshit, but, you know, what was the true context behind it? Well, Reddit came out and did it again, you know. They did it again. And now, after reading it, and I want to read it all to you, you know, and so I could break it down in my own words, how I saw it, you know. And like I said, this is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be a revelation, or some of it may not even be a revelation to some of you guys. You know what I'm saying? And but it's going to put so much stuff in the context, you know, so much stuff. But I feel like I'm in a kung fu flick, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, dudes don't like my opinions and don't like my thoughts on certain things that I know is the bona fide truth, but then they want to come at me on some bullshit. And this is how, you know, how I look at it, you know.
You know, I guess that you would be the only one who would dare to come here. You've got courage.
You got courage.
Before you get a chance to fight with me, you must observe our rules and beat these two swordsmen first.
Yeah, man. That's exactly how I actually feel behind that. But let me get started and drop this shit on you, man. This is gonna blow your mind. You know, this is seriously gonna blow your mind. And I mean, I shouldn't even be surprised by all of this, but you know, in the context of what you're gonna see right now is, like I said, it's the God honest truth, in my opinion. Now, Reddit dropped the thing about Colin leaving the project, Ryan Johnson, and this is something that we talked about on John Matrix channel when I was a guest with yesterday. So check that out, you know, for that wonderful live stream that I was a part of. Rose Rance was there too. All right, so the thing was, Colin left the project. Ryan Johnson was immediately Lucasfilm's top choice to take over both episode 8 and 9. However, Iger and Horn weren't impressed with The Last Jedi and thought it was a step down for The Force Awakens. This prompted Iger to personally offer Abrams the gig. JJ was not a fan of The Last Jedi. Alright, so evidently, you know, Colin left. Ryan Johnson was the man to do both 8 and 9. But after The Last Jedi came out, and everything went to shit, Iger said, let me get Abrams back in here because he made us $2 billion, so why not go, you know, with what's, you know, with what we know. JJ wasn't a fan of The Last Jedi. It seems like everybody in the fucking background didn't like this piece of shit. But obviously, because you're playing the Hollywood fucking bullshit game, you know, nobody don't want to come out and say what the fuck they feel, you know. That's why I don't fuck with phonies and shit like that. I don't fuck with little, you know, punk ass dudes that, you know, will say everything nice in your face. But you know, if you hate me, man, go ahead and spit your feelings out. You know, I don't have to like you, but at least I can respect you for being a man. You know, put on your big boy pants, man. You want to put my name in your mouth? Then say it. Say how you feel. You know, don't do that. Just try to, you know, get people to, you know, just roll with you, or you the flavor of the month or what have you. But come on, man, you ain't got to do all of that. Just keep it funky. But obviously in Hollywood, they don't do that sort of thing. That sort of thing makes no never mind in them. But that's okay. I'm of the mindset where it's like, it's whatever with me now. You know, it's whatever. But back to this. All right. Now, JJ, according to this, loathed TOJ and had some serious beef with Rian Johnson, but he only came back if he can have complete creative control and wouldn't have to compromise with Kennedy or the Lucasfilm story group or what's left of it. Now, JJ's first move was to consult with George Lucas. Of course, that's the smart move you're supposed to make, because when you fucked up two movies and you fucked up the whole premise of George selling the company to Disney for them to use his story treatments to complete and finish off the story he created, which makes perfect sense. If I was the big head of a company, I wouldn't give a fuck about why people cried over the prequels or whatever. This man is giving me his company. $4 billion, shit, that's on the cheap as far as we're concerned. So let's get this money, and let's respect what this man did for all of us for the past 40 years, and make people happy with a story that he came up with. Nobody want to do that. They got scared. They want money, and basically they wanted the money. They knew his story was on point. They knew George Lucas was ahead of the curve and ahead of the game. But everybody else was stuck on fucking stupid over some bullshit, you know? Now me, when I saw this, I said to myself, well, okay, well, at least JJ was making some sense. You know, even though he did tweet to Rian Johnson thanking him for a job well done, but a friend of mine told me that was more Hollywood bullshit. Hollywood bullshit, you gotta fake the funk. God damn, everybody fakes funks around here. You know? Well, I said, okay. Moving on, George, you know, he came to George Lucas and said, George, please, God, help us, man. You're our only hope. This shit is a fucking shitstorm, man. The fandom is split. Nobody's buying the merch. You know, Bob Iger's flipping the fuck out. Kennedy is having all types of PMS and shit. You know, what we gonna do? Now, George Lucas pretty much said, man, I told you this is what happens when you fuck around with them white slavers. I told you. You know, you even saw the writing on the wall when they disrespected me on some bullshit. You know, told me that you know, they was gonna use my story treatments and then threw that shit in the garbage. They ain't had no plan from the jump. They had to have you make up shit as you go along, and then you fucking reboot my episode 4 and you make... I know, George, I know, I'm sorry, but Bob didn't give me no time to really fucking get a real script together. He told me to get that shit out. Yeah, I know. You know, because these guys got, you know, bitches, whores, mortgages, fucking gambling debts, fucking loan shark debt. They got everything, man, so they needed to get that money, I understand. But goddamn, JJ, don't... You know, could you have at least ripped off somebody else's movie instead of mine? I know, George. I'm sorry. All right. Well, listen. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to help you out. And I'm going to try to get you back on track. Because I like you, JJ. Even though you're a fucking hack, but I like you. Thank you, George. Thank you. Kissing this ring. And thank you, George. Yeah. All right. So, listen. I was doing the Clone Wars for like a minute with Dave Filoni and everything. I got the perfect thing that'll put this shit right back on track. Fuck a Rian Johnson, fuck a Kennedy, fuck a story group, and fuck everybody that actually rolls with these assholes. Now listen, you get this, we're gonna put it together and everything's gonna be good. You rip me? Yes, sir, Mr. Lucas. Yeah, I like how you talk, man. I like how you talk. You should have been talking like that from the beginning, but alright, never mind. Let's go get Matt Smith. And he's gonna be the son of the Mortis, and he's gonna be the main villain, because in the Clone Wars, I basically set up that beautiful story arc to really show you exactly how the Force is in terms of the light and the dark side. And I want to concentrate on that, and then bring in the Journal of the Wills along with it to really wrap up everything that I put together. Sounds good to you, JJ? Yes, sir. This shit is a thing of beauty, and we haven't even filmed it yet. Yeah. All right, let's get it going. So they get Matt Smith, and they was gonna basically give you an extended version of the Sons of the Mortis arc from the Clone Wars. That's fucking gorgeous. That's fucking beautiful. Because many of us have already watched the Clone Wars when he was still in charge, you know. And then as the article states, you know, the story also used many elements from George Lucas's unused sequel trilogy treatment. So they even added more of the story treatments in there, you know. But as soon as JJ, you know, really wanted to champion this thing from George Lucas, he had to go back to Disney and tell him what the fuck he was putting together with George. You know? And then the hammer fell down. And it's like, fuck it. What is this? Nobody does it better than Disney. Yeah, nobody does it better than Disney. Makes me sad for all the rest. Yo, man, listen to this shit. Nobody does it better than Disney. Yeah, it makes me feel sad for the rest. Yeah, nobody do it. Baby, you're the best. Yeah, but let me tell you why Disney is the best. You know what I'm saying? Disney is such a phony ass company. I swear to God, I'm freestyling this shit, but god damn. I mean, artistic integrity doesn't mean nothing, you know. Having, you know, an artist complete his story is everything about the bottom end, the cash grab, you know. Is that all that we're going to be left with at this point? I guess so. Well, you know what? Okay. I guess I do see it where this thing really is going to go. And I'm just freestyling off the top of my head with this video. I'm sad. I'm mad. I'm sad. And I want to be indifferent. But at the same time, man, it's like, shit. Shit, man. I don't even know. But at the same time, this is what he brought back to Disney. And they looked at him like, JJ, what the fuck is this? Son of the Mortis, Clone Wars, the Journal of the Wills. What the fuck is all this? We want people to come to the theaters and feel like they're on a grand adventure. They you know, I don't want them to think too much. I want them to sit down, be dazzled by the special effects, and keep this thing going. Make them feel like they felt with Force Awakens. That gave us $2 billion. I want them to feel like that. They wanted another Force Awakens. Because in Disney's head, it was going to unite all the fans and at least be initially universally loved after Solo fucking bombed at the box office. The problem is that The Force Awakens was universally loved for 3 reasons. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. That's it. The practical effects and all that other shit was just icing on the cake. Those 3 people brought us into the theaters. Those 3 people got you $2 billion. If you say or think otherwise, you're only fooling yourself. But as it stood, the Last Jedi Backlash, the decline in Star Wars merch, it was paramount for Disney that Episode 9 be a success with fans. They did not want to have another Last Jedi on their hands. Okay, well, with that being said, you do know that the decline in Star Wars merch was due to the Last Jedi Backlash and how Ryan Johnson, Pablo Hidalgo, Freddie Prinze, Chuck Wendig, all these other bootlicking bastards on their payroll, how they treated the fans. You disrespect the fans, paying customers that you want to buy your product, and you wonder why the merch wasn't selling. All the fucktards and the sucker for love and these Raylo shippers and these, you know, these bandwagon jumpers and these casual fans that love your stupid shit. They're young kids. They don't fucking buy merch like that. They're from another generation. They rather download shit. They rather just, you know, get the bootleg. They rather just get whatever. But they wouldn't buy official merch. That's not their thing. They're casual fans. They're here for the flavor of the month. It's like the Marvel movies. You know, if it's popular, let's get down on it so we can be popular. That's all it is. But, you know, the film's direction changed radically around the midway of principal photography. So they had to stop what they was doing in principal photography. And JJ told the Disney executives that this film would not satisfy and unite all fans. Ryan fucked it up royally for us. There's no way I could go with this shit. And this is where the studio said, all right, JJ, you know what? Stop being a little pussy. You know, if you can't do what the fuck we tell you to do, then we gonna do it ourselves. That's where the studio jumped in. That's when Iger and all the other executives jumped in. And took out the perfect segue to really wrap up the sequel trilogy in the way that George Lucas had envisioned. And you took that shit and threw it the fuck out. Damn. You didn't fuck Lucas over once. You did that shit twice. Every story detail from the initial strip that contained the Son of the Mortis arc along with the unused sequel trilogy stuff that JJ and George Lucas was like, this is going to be the joint. And they went through principal photography with all of this. Every story detail from the initial script was completely abandoned or bastardized. For them, Palpatine was always going to have a presence in this movie, but not alive or as the main villain. You know? The main villain was supposed to be the Son of the Mortis. Disney feared that the general audience would be alienated as they wouldn't know who the Son of the Mortis is, which makes the movie harder to market. Fucking bullshit! Stop trying to treat these people like they're fucking simpletons. Most of us have seen the Clone Wars. And even if those fair weather fans and bandwagon jumpers and fucking Raylo shippers and Admiral Holdo enthusiasts and fucking thin chick chasing lovers and Phasma riders, we can bring them up to speed with what the Clone Wars is. We're fans. We look out for each other. Oh, you didn't see this? Yo, check this out, son. Go over there and watch the Clone Wars and you'll be up to speed. It's not that fucking hard. All right. Okay, cool. Now, since it would have made the movie harder to market, replace the Son with Palpatine, and then Matt Smith, who was hired to be in the movie, was completely removed. Disney ordered extensive reshoots that went on throughout the whole year leading up to early October, November, December. Right, so all of that, they made the change midway. J.J. Abrams was not happy. And you know what? Even though I'm not giving J.J. Abrams a complete pass, I'm starting to understand. He's a company man, but he still got to play the game. Deep in his heart, he was hating everything that he had to do. And it shows in the movie, you know? He was not happy with these changes that Disney made for The Rise of Skywalker. But they said he wasn't even pleased with the final product because it wasn't really what he wanted to do. He wanted to honor George Lucas. He wanted to honor the man that we fucking screwed over. So, you know, he wanted to use his stuff, and being that, you know, the story treatments that they was trying to put out after The Last Jedi wasn't going to work, for let's go back to the maker and let him set this shit right. And they couldn't even get that done. They couldn't even do that correctly. Now, they didn't, but these are people that's just coming out with this shit. JJ's original outline had Luke survive until episode 9, being the film where Luke passes, and that was something that Colin Trevorrow was fighting hard to keep, because in the original outlines that now JJ apparently was putting together with this, Ryan just came in here and said, well, I'm not following this shit. I'm an auteur. You know, I want to make my story. I don't want to follow his outline. Everybody looked at him like, dude, are you serious? Yeah, I am. I'm an auteur. Kennedy loves me. The story group loves me. Pablo sucking me off. I'm good. I'm right as rain. So I want Luke dead in 8. Kathleen Kennedy agreed with me. Kerry Hart agreed with me. We don't want him. We want Mary Sue Ray. We want my new character, Rose Tico, who's not really interesting enough, and she really doesn't really have a place in Star Wars, but I want her in there because of the dichotomy that she's not interesting and she really doesn't have no place in the movie, but I want to put her there because she's interesting to me. That's the fuck Rian Johnson said in terms of Rose Tico. Now you starting to get it? The story group hated George Lucas. How the fuck you have a Lucasfilm story group that hates the creator of the fucking story group that you in? They didn't even like J.J. Abrams either, which led credence to everything that I said about how J.J. Abrams circumvented that story group, made Kennedy mad, because he went to Bob Iger directly and said, listen, can I do this shit with Lars Kasdan without these fucking, these carpet munchers breathing down my back? Bob was like, yeah, JJ, you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead and do your thing. I'll keep these idiots at bay. Kathleen Kennedy on the phone. Bob, listen, I don't like the way... Shut up, bitch. Listen, I told JJ to get this shit done. I got the shareholders. They need their money. You fucking around is going to push the film back. Shut the fuck up. Fall the fuck back. You and the story group can sit up there and go kumbaya and sit at the campfire. Let JJ and Lawrence Kasdan get this shit done. And we'll see where we go from here. Click. They ain't even like Colin Trevorrow, because Colin Trevorrow wasn't in for the bullshit. Colin Trevorrow wanted to make a competent film. He even already had an initial script up and ready. He showed it to Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley was like, holy shit, this is the fucking flavor that we was looking for. Mark Hamill was like, beautiful, Colin, beautiful. You give me something to do. You give Carrie Fisher something to do. Exactly. Exactly. And now, here we are. Here we are. This is what the final product looks like for The Rise of Skywalker. A fucking Panda Fest, incoherent, pretty much a 2.5 hour, who's looking, Dora the Explorer type movie that gives you Papa Palpatine, when George Lucas said emphatically, and even the man that plays Palpatine said just as much, that when George said that Palpatine was dead, he was dead. That's it. That lends credence. So what are you going to say? George Lucas is a liar? What are you going to say? Ian McDermott's a liar? They don't know what the fuck they talking about? This comes from the maker himself. I know that the pro-Disney crowd is like, well, Kennedy and the story group, and they're always... No. When George Lucas tells you something, the creator of this franchise, that's the gospel. That's the Bible. That's something you should listen to. Not fucking Kerry Hart. Not fucking Beta Cuck Pablo. Not fucking other story group members that don't have no real credentials when it comes to Star Wars. None of them. You're not supposed to listen to these assholes. For real. But if you do listen to them, then that's your business. But for me, I play it. I play it the way I need to play it, And I'm not ashamed to say that I place, you know, the creator of a franchise and his vision first before I do anything that Disney can come up with, because they're the owners of the property now. You own it, y'all just don't know it. That's deep. You own the property, but you don't know the shit that you own. You got people in the company that claims that they know what they know, but unless you're sitting at the feet of George Lucas, and I know you read the articles and everything else of Lucas saying this, that, whatever. And yeah, George has been known to, you know, go back and forth or whatever. But what he does say, and especially in light of if he's selling the company to you, he's there to be a consultant. That was your segue to sit at the feet of the master. You understand? Get the knowledge and the wisdom from directly from the source. Y'all ain't even want to fucking do that. You know? And I'm sad. I am so sad behind it. Now the movie is out. Okay? The movie's out. We got a lot of people reviewing the movie. Most of the critics already shitted on it. Now the fandom is split once again behind this. And what are we going to do? I have people that I know and I respect that first see this movie, said that they hated everything about it, but then they watch it 2 or 3 times again and they just, the stance is softening that, you know, well, it's not really that bad. Oh, okay. You know, I mean, I can understand other people saying it that I don't know, but when I have people that I do know and love and respect say it, it makes me sad. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to look past that. What I tell people that I don't know that like this piece of shit, I have to try to temper, and I don't want to do it in a way in which I come hard-hearted and disrespectful, especially to my friends. But I have to stay true to my convictions behind this movie. And I know it's sad for me to say it in this manner, because I may lose friends behind this. I even had to tell my Dark Council brothers, listen, I'm getting ready to put this shit together, and I'm going to say what I really feel about this. And I'm not feeling certain things that I'm seeing from our community when it comes to this movie. You know, this is, to me, this movie is a movie you should hate with every fiber of your being. It's not about the flashy special effects, or it's not about how fast-paced this thing is, or how the feeling of the magic of Star Wars is back. If you really feel that way, then God bless you. You know? But I can't call you, and I'll tell this to anybody, you know? No disrespect. You're not that way with me anymore. You know? I'm not playing. You know? Even if I had to say it the drunk 3PO, and I love this brother to my heart. I don't accept, and I'm not trying to hear that if you, and this is real. You can't even fucking dispute this. If you sold a company, if you're the maker and you sold the company, then don't hand me that bullshit about, oh, he got paid, and no, fuck all that. He came, and Bob Iger's book even confirms this shit. He sold you the story treatments because he really wanted this to be made. He's too old. I can't do another 10 years. I'm 70 years old. Can y'all do this for me? Disney already salivating at the bit to try to get his company. Shit, they got Marvel, got ESPN, they got ABC, they got this, they got that. They got every fucking everything. Shit, this here right here, this is the holy grail. We want this shit. We'll say anything that we have to say in order to get this shit. And that's what they did. And George was pleading like, okay, well, you know, buy the story treatments and then I'll see about you getting the company. They bought them story treatments like it wasn't nothing. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Whatever money they got out the vault, they got that shit and they bought it to them. Now, here we are, we buying the company. Signed on the dotted line. Soon as they got far away from George, they said, fuck all this. Whatever the reasons that they gave themselves, the prequels was bad, the fandom was split, we're going to reunite everybody, blah, blah, we're going to do our own thing. They really thought that they was creative and original enough to put something like that out there that the fans could really, all the fans in the world can really get into. Well, they was halfway right. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. Those three people was all that you needed. And they knew it. But the story wasn't quite right. You know, even when Bob Iger brought the damn script to him, and George said that this was nonsense and you wasn't doing anything original or furthering the technology, Bob agreed. Yeah, well, okay. But we bought this shit at a bad time. Shareholders need their money, man. I don't know what to tell you. So we told JJ, do whatever the fuck you gotta do, but make sure this shit is out on December that same year. JJ was forced to do the episode 4 reboot. It was simple, it was safe, and it brought all 3 principal cast members together. And then we could introduce our new characters that nobody eventually gave a shit about. There we go. Everything that I talk about and everything that I believe in is based off intentions. I say this over and over again for a fucking reason. Intentions. What your intentions, what your first thought is that comes out your head. What it comes out your head and then you put it into practice is how you really felt about either said product, your said vision, your said ideologies, your said feelings. I'm not wired and built to just go where the flow goes. I'm a type of person that I take shit to the source and I want to know what was your real intentions for doing certain things. This was it. Cash and grab. You didn't care about his vision. You didn't care about the story that he wanted to tell to wow the fans and bring the real story to a close. You didn't care nothing about that. Rian Johnson came in, fucked it up for everybody. Now all of a sudden y'all in panic mode. Even though you went on press circuits, called us this, that, misogynist, sexist, alt-right, Nazi loving, Trump loving, blizzy, blah, blah, blah. You said everything in the book public about our community, but we was trying to tell you the truth all along. Fast forward to now, you get through Rise of Skywalker. Here's the product that they finally gave you. Shitted on George Lucas again. Said that whatever you gotta do, just make sure it's commercially salvageable, that people can eat this shit up. And when we pretty much tells you that this shit retcons episodes 1 through 6, shitted on Anakin's entire arc as the chosen one because Palpatine is back, when George Lucas told J.J. Abrams he can't come back. He's dead. We're using Matt Ryan and the Son of the Mortis arc. Palpatine could be a presence, but he can't be alive. He could be in a holocron or something. JJ was with it. Disney was not. Told him change this shit, and this is what you got. Intentions. If you watch this movie knowing that this shit shitted on George Lucas's legacy, his story, his whole 40 years, the 45 years he spent building this thing for him and for you. Because obviously, we're here, we love it, and this was our life. And they shitted all over this. And now you okay with it? Now you like, I watched the second turn. It's not that bad. Star Wars Theory is my prime example of why I'm doing this video. Now, I don't have nothing against Star Wars Theory. I don't even fucking know him. I love this fan film and I think he got that shit right. But he had to kowtow to Lucasfilm in order for him to get the go-ahead to do this shit. Because they would have sued his ass. He spent his own money to get this shit made, but he still had to beg Lucasfilm, listen, can I do it? Now, if it was under the creator George, he wouldn't have had that problem. Because George celebrates fans that love his work. And he wasn't making no money behind it. Shit, George knew that. George wanted you to make it and be creative. Be innovative. That's how he was. That's how that man was ahead of the curve. Disney is a fucking corporation. If I'm paid for something, you ain't gonna do shit with it because I fucking sue your ass. And this is what it was. He said he liked it. In my head, I'm like, why would you like something like that? Because you exalt Lucas's name and you like his characters, and you did a fan film starring Vader that Disney fucking retconned right in front of your face and made that shit worthless. So why would I watch a fan film about Darth Vader, knowing that he's the chosen one and knowing he's going through X, Y, and Z that will lead up to him being redeemed by his son in Return of the Jedi? Why would I watch your stupid ass fan films now? Because it means nothing. It means nothing. They retcon that shit. And this is something that you like? This is something that you enjoyed, and and let's not argue with each other again, because this was his thing too. Let's not argue. Let's bury the hatchet. It's over. The sequel trilogy is done. Let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Yeah, let's sing together at the campfire, and let's celebrate what Star Wars, what we really love about Star Wars. Well, the problem with that is, Star Wars theory, it is too late for all that. Because the real fans like myself knew what the intentions was behind doing this shit. How am I supposed to, I'm supposed to be quiet or just keep my mouth shut, knowing what I know, knowing the intentions of these people in Hollywood that did what the fuck they did, to give you the bullshit that you have? Force Awakens was tolerable, but because we had Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford. And we thought that the story would get better as we went along. Damn, we was dead wrong on that. So now you got the third film just trying to clean up this mess, and you still can't do it with one film. Especially the way this thing ended up. And the Lucas cut, whatever the principal photography that they did with Lucas's arc with the mortise and everything, they test screened it. They test screened it. So, me, I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool in the gang, yo. And the people that watched it, they loved it. This is the Lucas cut. This is the son of the mortise arc that they put in with the sequel trilogy treatments. And the test screeners loved it. Loved it. But after they had to get rid of that, they filmed another a set of stuff. Papa Palpatine. People was like, what the fuck is this shit? Get it out of here, man. That's telling. That's really telling. And the final product that we got here, look at all the social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Look what's happening. I'm sorry this thing is way too long. It's already almost 45 minutes in. I'm pretty much wrapping it up. But my thing in a nutshell is that if you like this movie, or if you went and hated this movie, and you basically broke down exactly what the truth was, but then you turn around and now you're liking it and it's not too bad and maybe we could all get along, I can't. To me, and even if I know you and I love you, I can't roll with you like that. To me, you're a casual fan. But I got the merch and I got this and, yeah, well, it doesn't make no difference to me. If you could sit up here with a straight face, knowing that they disrespected Lucas not once, but twice, retcon his entire story, the story that you love and you swore by, even if you didn't like the prequels, the OT, man, that still got fucked over. I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't call you a real fan. I can't call you a hardcore fan. I could call you a casual fan, because if you like it, you like it. And I could let that go. But for me, it's all about intentions. It's all about your first thought. Disney's first thought was to make as much money and much merch as possible, and if everybody liked the shit as we went along, then that was the bonus. But they had a plan for a new market, new demographics, and they wanted to cast us out into the cold. The people that like this shit, they got what they wanted. For people like myself, the boomers, the generation Z, the millennials, you know, we just got the shaft. It is what it is. So I'm hoping I don't offend you by that. And if you feel offended, then I'm sorry for you feeling like that, but that's my true feelings. I may lose some friends behind this. You know, I don't want to, but I'm keeping it 100. You know, I may be the most hated man on YouTube. I might lose 1,000,000,001 subs. It doesn't matter at this point. I'm a grown ass man. I stand by what I say, because I'm real like that. If I told you a year ago what my feelings was, 9 times out of 10 that shit didn't change. That's how you know I'm not a nerd. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm out here away from YouTube, away from Twitter. I'm out here in these streets. I handle my business like a grown ass man. I was doing grown man shit before I was even 20. Man stands by his own convictions. You know, I don't be a no wishy-washy or flow one way. If I don't know something, then I get the knowledge and then I lay it down like that. But for me, if I tell you this thing is a piece of trash, and I give you all the reasons why this is a piece of trash that disrespects the maker of the vision that you keep, you know, exalting and loving, then there's something wrong. And you should never, ever waver off on that. You know? Because some people will call you a hypocrite. Me, I'm not gonna go there. You know? Especially if I love you and I respect you. I ain't gonna go there. You know? Because I love and respect you for a reason. I'm just saying in terms of this movie and how this thing is and what was behind the thought of putting this together, I can't co-sign to what you co-sign. And I'm going to tell you that. You know? But at least respect the fact that I can tell you to your face, I can't roll that way. You can't be, you know, hardcore fan like me. You're casual. You know? And I can respect that. If you like it, God bless you. At least you got something out of it. Me, I ain't get nothing but heartache, headache, and a lot of hate over something that didn't necessarily had to be. So, this might be my last full video just talking about the Rise of Skywalker, but I'll be talking about it here and there and whatever. Like I said, I'm trying to get the word out. You know, I don't want people supporting this movie. I want this shit to fail because you deserve to fail behind shitting on Lucas not once but twice. And then, God forbid, if he passes away, all you phony, fake-ass motherfuckers gonna be running around here talking about he was a genius, he was a maverick, he was this and that, knowing damn well that you wasn't even feeling him out the first. I wish I could see you and I'll spit in your face. That's exactly how I feel. But you know, people do what people do, right? It is what it is. You know, so with that being said, thank you for staying with me for damn near a fucking hour. You know, I'm getting ready to relax today. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna, take care of some business, wash some clothes, and kick back and finish off the Mandalorian. Shit, at least they doing something right with that. And even then, it's not completely, perfect either. But at least they trying with the Mandalorian. Shit, more than what we got here, right? So, like I said, with this is like a companion piece to my movie review. So check out my movie review. Like I said, man, I'm not leaving no stones unturned. So hopefully you all have a good day. And to my friends who I'll eventually have to, sit and speak on this, like I said, it's not my intentions to shit on you, not my intentions to make you look bad. All I'm saying is that I can't co-sign to no madness like this, knowing what I know. And I can't allow me to look at you and then I'll fake the funk because I'm being disingenuous. And you don't want to see Abu Nas faking the funk and not being the stand-up man that you respected, you know, even though you may not like some of the things that I say. You know, I cannot call you a hardcore real fan. I can only call you casual. If you know, spoke the truth and then you double back. The people I don't know, you was gonna double back and double down on that shit anyway. And then people like, you know, Star Wars, you know, the guy that had the girl, the girl that had the guy in the Leia slave outfit. Now they up here don't know what the fuck is going on. Now they confused. Fucking Collider, you know, saying something bad about the Rise of Skywalker, but yet you still have some of these people that work for Collider still trying to justify this shit. Even the biggest shill in the world can't stand this. Scott Mendelson, you know, saw the light. Like I said, man, the writing is on the wall, man. Y'all just got to get on that shit, you know. Well, as far as Abu Nas is concerned, I'm as real as it gets when it comes to YouTube. I'm as real as it gets when it comes to Twitter. That's not me bragging. That's me stating a motherfucking fact. Huh? I'm not like these kids that's running around here, man. I'm a grown-ass man. I stand by my own. I rep it like it's my own. And anything that I do it through here before I do it through here. And then when those two things get mixed up, that's how you know this shit is real. And with Star Wars, it's exactly that. So with that being said, God bless everybody. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day. Like I said, my next video or my next live stream will be forthcoming. I will be definitely doing a appreciation for the original trilogy like I did with the sequels. Because, quite frankly, guys, this is all we got. So have a good one, everybody. Peace.